So I just wanted to tell you all that every Thursday night, I am going to be featuring one of my good, solid, amazing brothers here live so that we could talk to the men about how they feel, about what's going on in their lives, about how they've overcome things and how they deal with relationships. So, I want to welcome everybody. This is Kim Love Jones, your certified life and relationship coach. My specialty is relationships. And I don't care if it's a relationship with your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your man, whomever it is. But yeah, me and Darrell are matching today. What I read, I noticed that we didn't do this on purpose. But so I just want to introduce y'all once again to Darrell Hampton. He is dope. I love him. I love the way that he thinks. I love his mind. He is an amazing brother. Who I met some years ago through a mutual friend. Hey, Keith, how are you?
Shout out to Rico.
Yeah, shout out to Rico. Rico did it. Rico introduced me because Rico told him about my book, Perfectly Imperfect. And Darrell and I have been friends ever since. We have been friends ever since. We have not stopped talking to each other almost on a daily basis at times. And I just want to get to the meat and potatoes. You ready, Darrell? You ready to dive in?
I've been waiting on this my whole life.
You've been waiting on this for your whole life? For you to, you only get one shot. Do not, like Eminem up on here. No, I'm just like.
Hey, we're just having a little bit of fun, Kim. That's all. Just give yourself permission.
That's right. Give yourself permission. So Darrell and I have been talking for a good while about different things. And I asked Darrell what topic would he like to discuss tonight. And so Darrell wants to talk about healing from the inside out. And this is what I want all of my sisters to know. Every time I tell y'all that I have these amazing, amazing brothers in my life who help to elevate me and elevate my level of consciousness, that show me how much they lend to their communities and how wonderful, first of all, and amazing they are, right? And a lot of sisters don't know, like they do exist, they do exist. These amazing and wonderful brothers exist. And Darrell Hampton is one of them, right? And tonight we want to talk about healing from the inside out and self-care. So I asked Darrell to share with us. So Darrell, when was it that you got to the place that you understood that you needed to heal? What was going on in your life?
Oh man. First and foremost, Kim, I want to say thank you. Before I even get going and get all into this, I want to say thank you. I'm so blessed to be here and to share this platform and the stage with you, with this audience of wonderful, amazing people in this crowd. And I just want to thank you from the bottom to the top of my heart for the love, the support you have given me since we've known each other. And I just want to give you a big shout out. And I know you've been going through a lot this week, so I just want to shout you out, man, and say thank you, man. And my condolences go out to you and your family at a time like this. And I thank you for showing up in spite of. Thank you for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Darrell, because this really has been like a trying month for us and my Shiloh Baptist family. It's been so much going on, and to lose my brother and my friend, I really needed to get on and talk a little bit about how amazing and wonderful my brother David James was. I could talk to him about anything, Darrell. I mean, anything. And I knew that, we used to jokingly say that we had a circle of trust. And it wasn't ever broken. Whatever we talked about when we were together, that was between us, me, him, and Susan. We was the three amigos. And I loved him and still love him dearly. And today was really hard. Actually, y'all, I spent most of my day like crying and talking to all of my friends. And I called up some of my friends to let them know how much I love them. And I didn't get to everybody yet. But if you in my circle, it's coming because we don't know the minute or the hour. And we need to be mindful to love on everybody. And if I can, that wasn't an issue between David and I or Susan, to be honest with you. We all know that we loved each other very much, but if you have somebody in your life that you love and you care about, reach out. You never know what's going to happen to them or to you. And you don't want to leave things with a bad taste in the mouth. You got to love on people while you have the opportunity to. And I really mean that because it's very difficult if you don't. But David knew how Susan and I loved on our brother. She calls him brother cousin, right? But how we loved on I called him brother. That was my brother. And so yeah. Like love on the people, love on your people right now. Don't let another minute go by without telling them, sending them a text and just telling them that you're thinking about them and that you love them and you care about them, right? Because we don't always get that opportunity. Sometimes it's too little, too late, right?
Absolutely.
So we want to talk about healing tonight, Dow. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited and I'm pressing on in spite of how I feel.
Amen.
Pray
And
for
I thank
me.
you. And I thank you for your courage, and I thank you for the strength and your perseverance. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And I want to give you a big shout out for that, man, and a big shout out to your brother, man. Again, my deepest condolences. I'm here for you. You know that. If you need anything, I'm here.
Thank you. Thank you, Darrell. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Let's
All
get
right.
it.
You're welcome.
Let's get
You're
it.
welcome. All right. So the question again that I was asked was, what was your if you see my eyes go over here, that means I'm looking at my notes as a reference. Okay, so I don't
Right.
want you
No,
to
that's
think
no
that
problem. Have at it. Do your thing, baby.
because
Do your thing.
I did my homework. I had to
Okay.
do some homework.
All right. All right. Do the
And
homework.
what was your life like before healing and why? I asked myself. I was in a place of hurt. I was in a place of pain,
Mm-hmm.
and I was in a place of a lack of inner peace, joy, and contentment,
Mm-hmm.
and a lack of love for myself and
Mm-hmm.
trust. And I had trust issues all up the wall. I had abandonment. I felt abandonment, afraid. I was annoyed. I was livid. I was upset most of the time at things and people that didn't act accordingly to my will, my purpose, my plan. Um, I was controlled by a set of um, emotions and
Mm-hmm.
emotions and thought patterns from when I was a child. Because I thought
Mm-hmm.
back when I was a kid, I had the whole world figured out. Like, this is the ways of the world, but
Mm-hmm.
based off of other hurt people that was hurting me. And so I
Mm-hmm.
took on a lot of the things that they were putting onto me or projecting onto me. I was taking that stuff on. So it pretty much gave me a thought pattern and an emotional pattern.
Mm-hmm.
And emotional charges that was running my life and ruining my life. And
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to life and when it came to relationships
Mm-hmm.
with women that I was dating, that with the women that I was dating in my past. And
Mm-hmm.
so I had to slowly evolve from that process. And the good thing about relationships is that what I discovered is that while most people don't want to get into a relationship, because you have to be vulnerable, you have to be
Mm-hmm.
open, you have to be honest, and people are going to see you for who you truly are, not for who
Mm-hmm.
you pretend to be, but for who you really are. And that's why a lot of people, they go but so far, they don't want to go too deep into it. And
Mm-hmm.
I got to a point in my own personal walk in relationships with my hurt self wanting to enter a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
but it revealed to me, and I dare not say any of the women that I've ever dated in my past were bad women. They
Mm-hmm.
were amazing women and phenomenal women, incredible women. But me myself, I had a belief system that
Mm-hmm.
was sabotaging me mentally and emotionally of the traumas that I had endured as a young man growing up to be a man
Mm-hmm.
that were never dealt with. So every time I would get into a relationship, I would give off a certain energy of as though I didn't deserve love. I didn't deserve to be
Wow.
cared for.
Wow.
That's the
Wow.
belief system that I was working with at that time. And that's
Wow.
why, you know, and it took me a while to get to this place, but thank God for the relationships that I entered into that revealed to me not about them, but about myself and where I was at in my life. I dare not point the finger and blame anybody, but I take accountability and responsibility for my part that I played into those relationships.
Right.
And I realized that when I step back and I was reflect and think about myself in the part that I played, I thought about, it made me really realize, like, yo, D, you need healing, man. It's not about them. It's about you and where you're at. When it comes to your fears, your abandonment issues, your insecurities, your fears, these are things that you need to work on, not outside, because you can go around and jump from woman to woman, man to man, trying to find that savior, trying to find somebody that's going to try to heal you and save you. But it's really, it really comes down to you saving yourself. It's like that scripture says in the Bible, it's not my mother or my father, but it's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer.
Say so. Say so.
And so when I started to take responsibility and accountability for where I was at and really dealing with the abandonment, dealing with my insecurities and dealing with my fears, and being able to go through the relationships that, and that's why I say I thank God for those relationships, Kim, because like I said, they helped me get to the place where I'm at today. And that's why I'm so fixated on healing and taking accountability and responsibility for where you're at.
Amen. 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 I love it, Darrell. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. I love where you are. What was it, though, more specifically, that took you down, that had you, down that path? Because it's always something. And I always say this, I say we deal with so much trauma when we're young, right? And it may not necessarily be trauma as in, the house burning down or something, and now you're traumatized of fire, right? It may very well be something that you just kept experiencing over and over and over again. So let's talk about that. What was that thing for you?
I'm sorry.
What was the thing? What was the thing for you that triggered you to want to get help? What was the one thing? If you can name one thing, what situation?
I get what you're saying. I got you. It was a relationship. It was the last relationship that I was in with a young lady, and I honestly didn't never really care about anybody as much as I cared about that relationship that I was in before, and when things were going, and I was really trying to do my best to try to save the relationship from going down the path that it was going. But it was like, and a friend of mine, Kim Love Jones, reminded me when
I didn't think you was talking about that. Okay, go ahead.
When I felt like I was drowning, and I felt like all shit was like, I was even seeking your help and guidance and therapy and everything to try to mend and make the relationship work and do anything in my power to try to make it work. And that was had to be like one of the most groundbreaking, once you know about it.
But I didn't think you was talking about that. But go ahead. It's fine. Go ahead. Have your way.
Yeah. But that was the groundbreaking shift for me that really changed it around for me and really made me go within myself and really take a break and step away from relationships and really focus on myself and focus on not what I want, but what I need and what my needs are. So that was a turning point for me.
Okay. All right. So my question for you then would be, what made you want to focus on your internal healing? What made you dig that deep? And I know you just said that it was a relationship, but it was something, right? It was a turning point for you. in your relationship, right? I said, wait. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about what, you know, what made you want to focus on your healing?
Because I got to a place where in my walk, on my journey, where I didn't want to keep repeating the same cycle.
Yeah.
I didn't want to keep going around the same mountain for 40 years, man. I didn't want to keep going around doing the same thing over and over and expecting something different.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
knew that different didn't have anything to do with anybody else but with myself.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
and I wanted to feel secure. I wanted to feel secure within myself. I got tired of abandoning myself, because I'm so busy looking outside of myself to find happiness and joy and peace and love. You know what I'm saying? In a relationship. I got to a place where I realized can't nobody give me what only I can give myself. And that's my responsibility and nobody else's. And
You
so,
are preaching up on here, honey.
you
Preaching.
know, you know, so it really got me in a place where I just realized like I can't depend on anyone else. I gotta really learn to depend on myself and stop this codependent, you know, behavior and learn to be independent within myself and know that I'm strong enough and that I'm good enough. And that's where I'm at today. You know what I'm saying?
All right. I
And
love
that's
it.
why I focus on it, because now I like Kim. Now I have such a peace now because of the process and the journey and what I had to go through, and daily doing the same repetition. Changing up my habits, changing up the way I do things. I do things differently now when it comes to how I move, and I'm glad. I'm really, really glad that I did. You know.
So tell me, in all of your life, right? What is one of the most valuable lessons you have learned?
There's a couple things, but you asked
All
for
right,
one.
drop it. What? Drop
You
it.
asked
Drop
for
it.
one. I wrote a couple things. Well, I've learned to speak my truth. In regards to what my needs are. That's one. Two,
That's a good.
vulnerability. Vulnerability is a superpower. It's my superpower. Three,
I
is to
love
march
it.
to my own. Is to march to my own beat, my own drums, and that means to be unapologetic about who I am and to own my thing. Understand that everybody ain't for me. Everybody ain't gonna like my cup of tea, but as long as I
Right.
like it and I love it, hello, welcome to the party. Pull up a cup. And number four, I put it's about service to each other in a positive way. And always asking myself when in relationship, how may I serve this individual? Because we're always seeking to be served. But how may I serve this individual I choose to be in love with? And number five,
Oh, okay. Number
and
five.
last but not least, number five, a healthy relationship is a point. It's not a point system, is what I've learned. It's
Oh.
not whatever you do for another. Let your thoughts and feelings like be genuine when you give. Don't do it with a motive of you looking for some get back or you looking for some brownie points. Like if you're gonna love somebody, love them with pure, genuine, authentic intentions, not looking for no rewards in the end, but doing it because that's who you are, is what I've learned. Be genuine.
Okay.
And these are just a couple of the valuable things I've learned most in
Wait.
relationships.
Wait. I gotta tell y'all this.
You wasn't ready for it.
Darrell is one of the dopest brothers, right? That I have ever met. And I'm telling y'all this, y'all gonna know about it. I absolutely love him. He's dope. But let me tell y'all something. Wherever Darrell goes, and I need for y'all to know this about my brother, my friend. Wherever Darrell goes, Darrell attracts amazing and wonderful people to him. People
I do.
talk to Darrell, and it's like, it's amazing to see how they talked to him. Me and him went to the beach. Was it last year, Darrell, or the year before? I don't
Yeah, it was,
remember.
yeah,
I
year
don't remember.
before,
We just
2 years
went to
ago.
the beach because we just wanted to hang out, right? I was in Dallas, go to the beach. And we went to the beach and we was walking, and as soon as we got out the car, this lady came running over, give us some watermelon. Hey, how are you? And she started talking to us. This lady was at her house. We parked down. And it was crazy. Like, yo, this lady just came up. Would you like some watermelon? And I had just finished eating, so I didn't want none. And she was like, yeah, I'll take some. Started talking to the lady. The lady's like, oh, this. And then we walking up the boardwalk, the little zigzag, isn't it? And the lady and everybody that walked past coming down the boardwalk, Dow was talking to, and they was talking to Dow. And I thought, like, this is so dope. He's attractive because of his energy. Okay. All right. It was men and women talking to him with their families, their kids. It was everybody just talking down. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? And I thought, how profound is that? This brother is drawing all of this positive energy to himself. It's something that you have to be consciously aware of. It's the energy that you're giving out. That's why I think like Dow, that's why I think Dow is like so dope, right? Because the energy. It's magnetic. It is magnetic. It's magnetic. Yes. I had to share that little story, Dow, because we had such an amazing
I
time.
remember.
Okay. So here we go, Dow. So here we go. So now, what advice would you give to our single sisters out here about relationships?
I really thought about this one. I really took some time to think about this one, man. I was kind of like, whoa, what would I tell my sisters, man? My single sisters out there, man. And I came up with a couple of things that I would like to share with my sisters that's single out there.
Mm-hmm.
Is healing. First of all, healing is the new high. Get high for healing.
Healing is a new high. Somebody put that in the chat. Wait a minute. Wait.
No,
What
it's
you
actually
say?
a book I've been reading. It's actually a book I've been reading by Vex King. His name is Vex King. Healing is the new high. Get in the flow of healing. Get into the flow. His name is Vex King. Shout out to Vex King. Healing is the new high. It's the truth, man. And I see a lot of my sisters out here that are angry, frustrated, lack of joy, lack of peace, And this is not something to do with outside, because I see them with the bags, see them with the shoes on, see them with the lip, they got all of those things. But you need it from the inside, baby, because, I just felt like I need to share that one thing with the sisters is healing is the new high. And why I say that is because hurt people hurt other people. And sisters that are, and to my ladies out there, healing is an everyday process. It's not a one thing, fix it up. Nah, it's an everyday, consistent, like working out. It's a consistent thing. It's discipline. Wax on, wax off. Wax on, wax off. Wax on, wax off. Wax on, wax off. Consistency is key with that. Number two, I would like to say to my sisters, take accountability. Take responsibility for your role that you play in your life. Period. I was like, Kim, let's just real quick. I didn't even know that women took accountability, man. I was like, nah, there's no way. And then you invited me into in the clubhouse where they was having accountability, and I was so blown away that day to hear so many women talk about the roles that they played in the relationship and how they sabotaged it because of where they was at mentally and emotionally themselves and how they ruined that relationship. I was like, what? Like, it blew my mind.
I told you
I
that
didn't
women
believe it.
did. I
didn't
told
believe
you
it.
that we did.
Because
It's a lot of women who own their stuff and they are better for it.
Let me tell you something. If you don't do that, there's no growth. You won't grow. You're going to stay stagnant and you're going to stay stuck. Lace up your boots, because I'm about to. All right, I'm back.
Wait a minute. Jeffrey said when they finally admitted Hi, Jeff. I didn't even know you was
That's
on. Hi, baby. Oh my God, I love you. I love you, Jeff. Okay, go ahead, Darrell.
that's growth. And you're not gonna grow until you, as a woman, as a sister, learn to own your stuff and stop trying to point the finger and blame him and he did this, Robert did that, Kelly. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. I love you. I love you. But cut that nonsense out. Whoever you know who you is. Number 3, because I want to see my girls grow. I really want to see them grow to be all of who they can be. Number 3, have a self-care routine. Stop going outside with beanies on your head, dusty sweatpants on. Like, fix yourself up. You remember back in the day, Kim, like, women came here, showed up. They showed up. They had their hair right. They ain't had those wraps on their head, do-rags. You know what I mean? Beat it up, put a little makeup on. I ain't say put a lot, put some on. You know what I mean?
Take care of yourself. Hi, Reva. Miss you too, girl.
You have a hygiene program system, man. Like,
hygiene
you know what I'm saying?
program.
Then
Wait,
you do yourself
wait.
a service.
Wait a minute. What you say? You know what? Are you saying that women don't look like they're well kept, Darrell? Is that what you're saying?
But you want a high value, you want a good quality man. Even my mama, when she would go to the mailbox, she would put a wig on to go to the mailbox. You did? She didn't. She wasn't half stepping going to the supermarket. You never know where your Adam is at, man. But dress for success. Dress like you going for a job. Just put a little something. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
That's all right. I'm saying. And the last but not least, put a smile on.
Ooh,
put a smile on.
That's your
You
best
look
asset?
so much better, and you look so more inviting. My single women, you look so much more inviting when you put a smile on, and you're more inviting. You're more like, you know what I mean? Make a brother want to, how you doing? But when you walking around here, and it's not inviting. It's not welcoming. You got a lot to be happy about, and a lot to be thankful for, sister.
Yes,
but
I
that's
agree.
not for everybody. That's not for everybody, but that is for some, you know.
Darrell, these women gonna be waiting for you outside your house. They say, well, wait a minute.
Like looking over my shoulder, like, dang. Yo, don't kill the messenger. I'm just a messenger reading it off. That's all. That's all.
Y'all,
I love you.
Oh my God. Okay.
You know, so, put a smile on.
Look at you. Wait a minute. Sharon said, where's my bat? She finna get you, D. It's going.
You know, come on, Bab. You know what I mean? I mean, look like you, you know what I mean? Make yourself, because a lot of women pass a lot of great opportunities up because they got that face on of, I don't want to be bothered. They got a whole attitude, and it's, you know what I mean? Like, check yourself, baby. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of good dudes out here that want to say what's up, man.
Right.
But make yourself look inviting, smell good. You know what I mean? Put a little lotion on your face. Mm-hmm. All right,
so what is your?
I don't want nobody throwing bats and rocks.
Yeah, they finna get you. They finna get you. You gonna come outside your house and all 4 of your tires gonna be flat.
When I first started this thing with you, Kim, I started with letting everybody know I love you. First and foremost.
Wait. I think it's wrong. So, Darrell, what advice would you give to the brothers? Let's talk about that.
Man, my guys.
Because we're talking about healing too. You know, we're talking about from the inside out. What would you tell all the brothers?
Do the work. Do the work. And I got some things for them too. I'm not just really, I love my guys too. I love my kings, man. But have a self-care routine too.
Okay.
I mean that, brothers. I mean that.
Okay.
Get yourself a good skincare product. Get a brush, brush your hair, brush your teeth, wash. Don't just put water on, put some soap, wash. Get some chapstick on your lips. I'm not. No. I mean it. I mean this. Smell good. Make yourself available. Make yourself appealing to a woman's taste. Make yourself look like something. Feel good for yourself first and foremost. But also, when you feel good, then she gonna be like, "Dang, what he got going on?" You know what I'm saying? Make her look twice. Make her think twice. Clean feet. Clean nails. You know what I'm saying? Go get your feet done. Go get a massage. You a man. Go get a good deep tissue massage. Work out. Stop living at Burger King and McDonald's. Go get that. This is not appealing, but get that thing right. What else, man? And have confidence. But that comes from the healing. Have confidence in yourself. Taking that journey of healing and doing the inner work. Because then that's when you're going to develop the self-confidence that you need in order for you to have a healthy relationship. Because a woman desires it. I believe this, Kim, and I wrote this too, is lead with confidence. A woman loves it when a man takes control. I mean, don't be controlling, but tell that woman, for an example, men, baby, put your nice dress on, put some shoes on, I'm taking you out. Straight like that. Lead with confidence. Lead with authority. A woman don't want to be having to think too much. She already got 99 problems, 99 things running through her mind. Be her alleviator with, having some things in mind and some, from follow through and the confidence to get it done. She'll appreciate that. Confidence, man. Lead with that.
You know what I wanted to ask you? You always talk about these beta brothers. What is that?
Yeah, why you gotta go there? That's a whole nother talk show.
No, it's not. I need you to talk about that. Talk about that. We got a few more minutes.
All right.
What's a beta brother? Tell me what a beta brother is.
A brother that's leading with his. I'm gonna just give you one of the traits that I don't find to be appealing, and I don't think a woman does either, and it's disgusting. Leading with your wallet and not your personality. Trying to buy the woman. Let your personality be enough. Let your character build up some character, build up some charisma, some style. Tap into books and music and passions that you are passionate about, and be intellectual when it comes to talking with a woman. You know what I'm saying? Don't lead with your wallet and your
Y'all
purse.
see me over here dancing? Go ahead, Darrell. Put it down. Go ahead. Talk to me.
Because now, we living in a society now and a culture today. I think I had this conversation now. We all grown here, right?
Yep. Just keep it clean.
We went from a position of, you got men out here paying for women's pictures.
What do you mean?
Paying for a woman's pictures and her videos and things in that nature. That's beta. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's sad, man. It's just sad.
So they're saying take a picture of yourself and then what? Send it to them?
Send it to them for a price.
Oh, okay.
And you got guys out here by the boatload out here buying a woman's attention, buying her affection, buying her. You don't have to do none of that, man. To me, that's beta.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's beta, man.
Okay.
Taking life with a bullhorns by doing the work that I'm talking about instead of being led by your emotions. Lead, man. Lead by who you are and the purpose and the plan on what you were created for, and not let your emotions and be up here whining back and forth with getting caught up in your emotions in the dating thing. Like, the fussing and fighting and cursing and swearing and stuff like that. We ain't doing that.
Okay. So Jeff Spencer wants to know, how do you help a woman silence those lambs that are deep rooted? Jeffrey, I need a little bit more clarity about what the question.
Yeah, a little bit more clarity for that, man.
Silence what lambs?
That's a good
silence what lambs. And while we're waiting for Jeffrey, type that in for Jeff. I don't know why I'm saying Jeffrey because I call him Jeff, but so you're saying that men are literally praying for pictures, and why are they doing that?
Because they don't have enough in them to go up to a woman and to have enough confidence to walk up to a woman and introduce themselves. You know what I'm saying? This online social media stuff, and like back in the day, Kim, we used to just bump into each other at the party or at the supermarket, at the mall, and a brother would walk up to you at the bus stop, have confidence. Now you got all this all in the DM and the messenger and all this other stuff like that. And even when you're going through the process of doing that, you're sitting there being her messenger buddy instead of setting up a date, setting up a plan, or letting her know what your intentions are.
Right. You better say so. Say so. Say so.
And get straight to the point on what your intentions are and what it is you want. You know what I'm saying? A woman will respond more. I don't know why brothers do that, but I believe a woman responds more and respect that more than a guy that don't know what he wants. That's going back and forth with this whole.
Yeah.
It's misleading.
Yeah. So Jeffrey says, some have been through so much, they're scared to let you in. So that is the lambs that need Darrell giving life class vibes. I know that's right, Telly Tell. He sure is. I want him to go in deeper too. But we're gonna have to have Darrell back on because I need him to go in deeper about that.
I would love
to. You know what? You already know, brother. You already know. I got you. We're gonna be doing it up.
I love being.
Jeff is saying some have been through so much they're scared to let you in, right? So that's the question. That is the question.
That's good, and you have to understand that, and I get that. I get why they're scared, but the thing about it is even seeking therapy or a counseling for that individual, man, so that y'all both can get to why she's scared. Why is she afraid? Because trust me and believe me, when a person is scared, they're mad too. They're mad and scared at the same time. Because why am I scared? You know what I'm saying? You get mad. Because I should be scared.
So let me answer. So let me answer this because Jeff, real talk. Yeah, they are scared. A lot of women are scared. They're afraid to have real relationship, and they will continue to perpetuate having half of a relationship because of the way that they think, right? So they can hang out with a brother who's not all in, but the brother who's all in, they struggle with, right? Because somewhere down deep, they don't believe you. And so how you change that, and I swore never to talk about this on Facebook, but how you change that is just by showing up and being consistent. If she's really the woman or a woman that you're genuinely interested in, and you're trying to get to know her, you just have to consistently show up. You have to be there. You have to make sure that she understands that you're a safe place for her, right?
Absolutely.
And when she realizes that you're a safe place, not because, and it's not just for you, it's for any man, right? If she realizes that you're a safe space, there will become some cracks. There will come some cracks in the facade on the outside, because she feels like, he seems like he's all about me. Yeah, vice versa. You're right. It's both ways for the men too, because men have been hurt, right? But they need to know that you're going to consistently show up and be there in their corner. If you guys like this video, y'all can share it out. I mean, I don't even know if I asked. And if you're watching it on the replay, say, I'm watching it on the replay, hit hashtag replay. So the reason why I'm saying that is because I don't generally say this, but I keep telling men, and, just be consistent, because there's some dope women out here that really, and men, there's some dope men and women out here, right?
Absolutely.
And so the issue isn't whether or not wonderful people exist. It's just sometimes getting past, so not a hurdle. I'm not talking about scaling a 10-foot wall. you know, for men or for women, but you have to understand, right? You have to begin to understand again, all of us have been through something. And the only thing
And
that's
that's
going to
what I was
be
sharing with in the very beginning, Kim. I
yeah,
was sharing in the very beginning because I was under a complete set of systems too that was ruining my life. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
I said that from the very beginning. I was set under a certain circumstances of being angry, being scared, untrustworthy. I wasn't trusting nobody, meaning that I really wasn't trusting myself. I
right.
wasn't um I wasn't giving myself what I needed. You know what I'm saying? So how can I
Mm-hmm.
expect it from someone else to give me what I'm not even giving myself?
Yeah, yeah. How about that? How about
That
that?
backfires on you, man. And it's like you set yourself up for expectations that this ain't gonna work because of
Right.
what you believe. And you're gonna get what you believe. Because Kim, man, you talked about this earlier. Remember you talked about that whole scenario with the money and the thermostat? And if you believe a certain thing about you making a certain amount of money, you're gonna get that amount of money. It's the same way with relationships too. If
Yes.
you believe that I deserve this type of quality, this grade of woman or this grade of man, then you're gonna get what it is you believe because it
Right.
matches your belief system.
Right. 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 Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. Right.
That's why I
That's
believe before
exactly
you
right.
even get into when you get into those spaces, before you even enter a relationship, go through the process of healing. Go through
Yes.
the process of dealing with the emotional trauma. And even when they show up, see now I'm in a place now, my personal life, Ken, you
Mm-hmm.
know, that
Mm-hmm.
I'm able to observe the trauma. I don't absorb it, but I observe it.
Uh,
My emotional
talk
reactions to
about
things.
that. Talk about that.
I don't
Talk
I
about
don't
that.
re, I don't react anymore. I'm not super like hyperactive anymore. I respond to things now.
Right. 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 Go ahead. Talk about it.
You feel
How do
me?
you do that? How do you observe your emotions and not be drawn and allow yourself to have them? Talk about that.
It's a process, but it's an everyday process, but it's all about being grounded. And I talked to you about this before, and I said this before. Someone mentioned it to me. You will never feel abandoned or be abandoned again in your life when you stop abandoning yourself.
Ah, say so. Say
You will
so.
never feel or be abandoned when you learn to stop abandoning yourself. That's for
Mm,
somebody.
mm,
And I had to learn to get grounded and get grounded within myself, in my hands, in my nose, in my ear. I had to learn, and that came through. I'm gonna give you what I use. I use an app called Headspace. And I use
mm,
that 10, 15 minutes a day in the morning time before I start my day to get grounded by getting grounded with my breath and breathing
mm,
and getting grounded within myself. So I
mm.
highly suggest meditation. I highly suggest mindful eating, exercising, even exercising, being mindful when you're out in the park. You know, it's a whole process, but I highly suggest there's different levels of it, but it's meditation has definitely helped work with me.
Right,
Um,
right.
and I highly recommend it. The app is called Headspace. There's other ones out there called Calm, but it helps you to just get centered and get grounded within yourself. Because that's what a lot of time why we abandon ourselves is because we're so busy looking outside of ourselves instead of in ourselves.
Right, 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 right.
And that's
I
where we lead to
agree.
all these other destructive behaviors and things outside of ourselves. When we just take a minute just to sit down and calm yourself, relax and breathe and get centered and grounded.
Right, right. Yeah, I have to take a pause for 1 minute. Hold on.
I can't see what Kim sees on her side, but hi everybody. It's good to see everybody, man. I hope everybody's enjoying a Thursday. Happy Thursday to everybody. And I'm so glad that y'all guys tuned in and everything like that. And if you're here, I hope that this message is blessing you. Hope that you're getting something from it. You know, I really put some thought to this thing tonight before I even coming up on here tonight. So I'm hoping that it's reaching you. Your mic, baby. You're off.
I apologize for that, y'all. Uh,
Don't
okay,
do it
so
again.
listen, it is what it is, baby. Um,
We
okay.
live.
That's what I just said to them. We are live. Um, okay, so Darrell, when you say we about to pass the wait, child, we need to pass a collection plate for Deacon Darrell. I'm saying, say so, okay, say
Yo, my
so.
Cash App is Cash App D Block 121212.
Hit him, right? No, this is why
Yo,
I
my
love
Cash
him.
App, and don't be stingy. Let the Lord use you. He bless you to bless me, and listen, I'm gonna bless whoever He send me to.
Wait, let me tell y'all. This is why I love him. This is why I love him because of his level of consciousness. This brother is dope. He's dope. And let me just tell you guys, like Darrell's not the only one. Like
Nah,
people
I'm
be
not.
thinking like men like this don't exist, and they do exist. And women be telling me stuff like that all the time, like, oh, ain't no good. Now I'm like, the devil is alive. The
Yeah,
devil is alive. There are some amazing and beautiful brothers that are out here who are
absolutely,
honest, who are
absolutely,
doing the work on themselves, who are,
absolutely,
really about that life, right? And
absolutely.
and that's what we need to know, right? And and,
Yeah,
and what Darrell was talking about was I had wrote down years ago, I watched Jim Carrey, right, on the Oprah Winfrey Show. Y'all know how long ago that was. It was on Channel 7 before the OWN network. And Jim Carrey said he put a check in his wallet for $1 million. And he walked around with that check for $1 million for the longest time. Now, um, I was just trying to see, right? And I teach this stuff in my classes, right? On a deeper level. But I was just trying to see. So I wrote me a check out for $150,000 and I put it in my wallet and I got $150,000. And see, what I'm trying to teach people is if you don't believe that a good man or a good woman exists, you are going to stay perpetually in that rabbit hole, spiraling out of control because you don't believe that it's even possible for you to have something so amazing in your life.
yeah,
And as
yeah,
Darrell said, it begins with your healing. It really,
yeah,
really does.
yeah.
It really, really does. And if you don't believe that, then you're not going to get to where it is that you really, truly want to be. Right? So we have got to do better. We got to be about healing. We got to be about getting to the next level,
And
and believing that we can have what it is that we say that we want, right?
it's yours. It's already
It's
yours.
yours. And
It's
this
already
is years
yours.
ago, so don't ask me to hold nothing, okay? Because that
Yo,
was
can
years
I
ago
give
that
a
I got
shout
the
out?
$150,000. I ain't got it right now. I'm temporarily I can't just say, y'all go ahead. Go ahead, Darrell. Shout out.
I just want to give a shout out first and foremost, man. I want to shout you out, Kim, for this broadcast here, man. I want to say thank you once again, Kim, man, for this. And I want to give a shout out to Kim Love Jones' book, man. If you ain't got it, go get it, man. Perfectly Imperfect. She's working on another book that's going to be another banger for you, man. I'm anticipating. I'm over here licking my fingertips. Um, I want to shout out another author, another book writer, man, Vex King. Go get his book, man. Healing is the New High. And Positive Vibes. Positive Vibes is another one of his books, man. And that's another book that I'm going to suggest too, because I'm a big advocate on reading, because these are the leaders in the world, man. How you going to lead if you don't read? And knowledge is power on every single level. And all you're getting gets some understanding. Another book I want to suggest real quick, man, the Power of Letting Go.
Ah, ah, that's good. That's
The
good.
art of letting go. A lot of the stuff that we got, it ain't even ours. It's other people's stuff. And I realized that in my own walk. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was carrying too many things that wasn't even my own. When I opened up the book bag and I looked inside of there, a lot of that stuff wasn't even mine. It was somebody else's. So it starts with yourself first. Like my man said, man, healing yourself first. It opens many doors, and everyone has and had a type. Don't ignore someone that might be out of your element. Exactly, brother. Good point.
That's a woman, Reva.
Oh,
It's
Reva.
Reva.
Thank you, Reva, for that. Thank you for that, Reva. But yeah, so these are just a few recommendations that I suggest Headspace, or get yourself the app, subscribe to Headspace or subscribe to Calm. These are wonderful, amazing apps that have truly blessed my life when I was going through the storms. And I still got daily day stuff too. I'm not perfect. God knows I still wouldn't be here with y'all beautiful people. But it's an everyday journey to be a little bit better than what I was yesterday. And I would love for y'all to come join me and get on this wave, man. Let's get better, man. Let's get healed. Let's get happy. So we can give out that energy to one another, because we deserve it. All of us.
Yes. Darrell, I feel the same way too. That's why I keep doing what I'm doing, because I know that a lot of people, they don't understand that their healing is necessary, right? And they keep running the ground. And, you know, before you can get to that place, you got to heal. Because then it's not going to come to
if
you.
not, it's going to always be it's always what he did or what she did. It's always you playing the blame game. You're the victim, and you're staying in apathy, on that low vibration, that low energy of apathy and angry and scared, and that's low. You know what I mean? It's time to come up. It's time to come a little higher and learn. It's time to take responsibility. And if you get mad, that's better than being in apathy, being a victim of your story that you're telling yourself and everybody else. It's time to come up now. And that's why me and Kim is here now.
Hello, say so. Say so, D-Ski. Say so.
Yeah, I'm over here. This was dope. Attitude, man.
You know, you got a whole attitude. Don't have a whole attitude. Not a whole one.
But I really want my people. I really want our people to get better, man. I really want us to be better with ourselves. And I want us to be better in how we interact in these relationships with men and women, man, because we are powerful, man. We are amazing when we come together and we can love each other perfectly, imperfectly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're amazing.
Right.
You're amazing.
Thank you,
and you
Darrell.
are loved and cared for, man.
Thank you. Are you talking to me or are you talking to them?
I'm talking to you.
Oh my God. Listen, I'm telling you, this is so dope, Darrell. I so enjoyed this. I really, really enjoyed this. This is so dope. And I'm so glad that you was like, yeah, Kim, I'll do it. I got you. You know, Darrell's on the ready all the time. Darrell is on the ready. And I'm going to tell y'all, we are going to, next Thursday, Darren Green is going to be on. And Darren picked his topic. And it's about to go down. So every Thursday is going to be one of my dope brothers who I absolutely love, who I think that my sisters would enjoy hearing from, because they got some wisdom. They got jewels to drop. You know what I'm saying? So every Thursday is going down. Don't play, Jeff. I'm going to have you up on here. Don't play. I got you in April. Because I want my brothers who are amazing to be a part of this, because you guys are, dope. All my brothers are, the brothers I know. I don't know about all of them, but I know some pretty amazing brothers. And yeah, this was dope. This was dope, Darrell. It really was. Listen, guys, I just want to tell y'all real quick. Every Monday night, I do a group call on Zoom, and it is really, really amazing. right? We talk about all kind of things. If you want to sign up so you can get the emails about it, because it'd be so many brothers on your Jefferson. Be careful what you. It'd be brothers and sisters on there. We be having these amazing conversations, right? And so I love it. And I'm, inviting you all to join us on Zoom on Monday night. I also have a Unlocking Your Love monthly membership group that we dig deep in that group. We go really, really deep. And we start to unearth this whole healing thing. We talk about this. We talk about writing our story. What do we see in our future? We talk about, self-limiting beliefs. We talk about attitudes, right? Gratitude, right? We talk about all these amazing things that help us to all grow, right? And we go in deeper. We just go in deep, and it's dope. It's dope. So I just wanted to tell you guys all that. And if you want to sign up to get the email, go to reallovejones.com. That's 2 L's, reallovejones.com, and sign up for the monthly newsletter if you're not already signed. I'm sorry, for the information on the first page if you're not already a part of it. That's the first thing. And the second part of it is y'all continue to pray for me as I continue to pray for y'all. I think that that's really important. So much going on out here in the world today. And we need to pray for one another and love on one another and stay. Thank you, Telly Tell. Look at Telly Tell on the wheels of steel. You know, girl, I love you. Girl, like a piece of fried chicken. What I'm going to do without you, Tell? Okay? What I'm going to do without you, Telly Tell? But it is going on. Down, you get naked. Wait a minute. We ain't done yet. Don't get naked yet. It's about to get saucy, y'all. I'm just playing. Listen, I love y'all. I love y'all. Y'all have an awesome and amazing night. And I'll see y'all again on tomorrow. Going live. Y'all be blessed, all right? All right. Love y'all. All right. Bye.